Namaste yogis, and welcome. I'm Ashley Lorenzo, and this yoga sequence is aimed to move us towards what's known as Grasshopper, a really strong hip opening arm balance. Thank you so much for being here. We'll go ahead and begin in our table position, please, this morning or this afternoon, whatever time you're practicing. And as you set up on all fours today, let's go ahead and just turn our fingertips actually to face the back of our mat, just to bring a little stretch into the wrist creases. And then as you do, the fingers may not turn all the way back, and that's fine. And bring a soft give into your elbows, and let's find the cow and cat here. So as you inhale, opening your chest, lengthen. And as you exhale, round your back. Just give a little bit of height.
You can draw your chin down and towards your chest. We'll just move with the breath here. Inhale, opening, extending the front spine.
And exhaling, round.
And if you're comfortable with the ujjayi, inhale the ujjayi, opening, lengthening, feeling the extension of your spine, the opening of your chest, and as you exhale, rounding, doming the back body. Inhale. And as you come forward into a neutral spine, let's turn the fingertips forward. A little more aware of the hands. Curl your toes under right away and push your hips back. Down dog. And as you come into your dog shape, go ahead and let the right knee bend, the left heel sink down and back. Getting a little bit of opening through the back of your left leg. And then we'll switch left knee bending, right heel reaching down and back. And then let's come onto the ball mounds of both feet, so really, really high. And then split your knees apart. Think child's pose, but it's a hovering. Knees bend, hips sink back and towards your heels. And then back into your dog shape. Inhaling, reaching the heels down and back as you exhale. Let's add on to this. Inhale, shoot forward into your plank, extend your spine, strong core. And then as you exhale, think hovering child's, knees bend, hips back and towards the heels. Inhale, forward into your plank, lengthen. So just warming up the shoulders. Exhale, bend, knees deeply, hips sink back and towards the heels. Again, inhale. Some of us add the chaturanga. Exhale, back through plank, hovering child. And two more times like that. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bend. And then back into the hovering child. One more time like that. Inhale. And then hover into the chaturanga. Lower all the way down. And press into both feet. Lift your chest up and forward. Let's open the shoulders a bit. So reach your two arms back, interlace the fingers, and just stretch your knuckles back and towards the wall behind you. If you can't quite interlace, hook your thumbs. Try to break your thumbs apart. Take a fuller breath in through your nose. And then just lower all the way down. Let's bring our hands next to our ribs, please. Curl the 10 toes under, take a full breath in. And then strong press through plank. Exhale. Downward facing dog, breathing in. And then breathing out. Let's put the right leg up on the inhale. And then hug your left outer hip in to open the right hip and bend the right knee. And see if you can keep rolling the right shoulder, head down. The head relax. And then square it off as you inhale. And just step your right foot forward in between your two hands. And lower your left knee down right away. Uncurl the back toes. Keep your left foot where it is. Excuse your left hand where it is. Go ahead and bring your right hand to your knee and almost hug the right outer hip in to keep the knee moving towards the midline of your mat. And then find length on your inhale. And then just begin to revolve the chest as you exhale. Left hand stays, right hand maybe reaches up and towards the ceiling. Almost press down into your left hand, left shoulder blade. Drive it down the back body and then see if you can lean your chest back into the support of the two blades. Take one more full breath in. And then release, two hands to the earth. As you exhale, just curl the back toes under and set back. Downward facing dog, breathing in. And out with the left leg up on the inhale. Hug the right hip in, open and bend, stretching the left leg now. And keep rolling the left ribs, left shoulder, head down. Drive the right thigh bone back. And then square it off as you inhale, get longer, and just simply step left foot in between the hands. Lower your right knee down to the mat right away.
Right hand to the inside of your left foot, left hand to your outer thigh, outer knee. Hug the knee into the midline by firming the outer hip in. Lengthen on your inhale and then begin to revolve the chest. Right hand stays, maybe the left arm reaches straight up. And so the left knee will want to veer, keep hugging it in. Find length on the inhale, just enjoying the twist. We open and stretch the top arm as we exhale. Release now, 2 hands to the earth. Lift the back knee and then tip your right foot forward now to meet your left. Folding deeply, let the head relax. And in fact, let the knees bend enough so you can get the armpits a little closer to the knees. Maybe even wrap your arms around your 2 legs, folding deeply, enjoying the fold here, allowing the upper back to round slightly. Maybe the thighs look up and towards the sky. And let's go ahead and release the 2 hands down. Eventually, inhale, lengthen halfway left. And then breathe your hands to your hip points. Let's come all the way to standing. And you're standing nice and tall. Release your arms along your side. And then extend them overhead on the in-breath. Grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Side bend over to the right. So keep pressing into your left foot. Get long through the left waist. And then up through center. Let's switch. Go ahead, grab hold of the right wrist now. Inhale, right foot heavy as you lean up and over to your left. And then come back through center. Palms together. Hands through heart center. Dive over the 2 legs. Let the head drop. Inhale, lengthen just halfway. Step back or hop to Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog is your inhale, just lifting the chest. And then exhale, let's breathe the hips back. And just take a moment in the dog shape, firming into the inner hands. Feeling the broadening across the upper back as the thighs reach towards the wall behind you. Steady out the breath. Allow the shape to be easy, to be stable. Look forward as you inhale next. Pick your 2 heels up and then separate hop forward to the front of your mat. Lengthen on your in-breath. Extend your chest and then dive over your legs as you exhale. Come all the way to stand. Inhale, strong. Let's bring our hands to prayer and along our side. Exhaling. Another round like this. Inhale. And then fold forward. Exhaling. Lengthen on the in-breath. And then again, separate hop to Chaturanga. Exhale. Pull the chest through on the inhale. Maybe pass through plank. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Go ahead and pick the right leg straight up. Inhale. And then tip your right foot forward. Exhaling. Spin your back heel flat. Stay low. Then firm your right outer hip in and breathe your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Try to get the right knee really in line with the right armpit. Left hand to your left hip point, lengthen on the inhale, and then begin to open the chest as you exhale. Reach the left arm up. A variation of the extended side angle, breathing in. And almost press down into the right hand, pull it energetically back, extend the crown, opening the chest one more time. Take another full breath in. As you exhale, let's add the Utthita Hasta, spin the left palm forward, reach through the left fingertips, get long. Take a deeper inhale. Let's come all the way to the standing warrior 2. And deepen the bend into the right knee. And just add the reverse here, right palm flips, left hand down the back leg. And then release. 2 hands to the earth. Lift your back heel up and pause. Press down into your hands. Take a deeper inhale. See if you can pick your right heel up towards your right glute. Exhale, right knee into the right tricep. Breathing. 3, 2, and 1. 3-legged dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high and back. Exhale into the twist. Right knee, left tricep. Pull the 2 blades down the back body. Look forward. Take a deeper inhale. Re-extend. 1-legged dog. 2 feet to the earth, downward facing dog is your exhale, breathing in.
Breathing out. Go ahead and pick the left leg up now, inhale. And then tip your left foot forward. Take your time. Set it up. Heel to heel or heel to arch. Get low into the front leg. Left hand to the inside of your left foot. And then really firm from the outer hip. So you get the nice hip opening here. Left knee into the left tricep. Right hand to the hips and start. Down to length on the inhalation and begin to spin the chest open. Reach the right fingertips up and towards the sky and just lean the chest back. Breathing. It's almost like the twist we did at the beginning. Press down to the bottom hand and get broad with the arms. Last few. And then look down as you exhale next. Press firmly into both feet. Come all the way up. Warrior 2 is the inhale. Have the reverse. And then release 2 hands to the earth. And now lift your back heel and press firmly into the 2 hands so you really feel the right thigh lifting. And then just see if you can suck left heel up towards the left glute. Left knee, left tricep, breathing. 3, 2, and then 1, re-extend the leg, inhale. Left knee across to the right tricep, exhale. Press into the hands around the back, and then re-extend, inhale. Put your left foot down to meet your right, exhaling. Downward facing dog, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale forward, bend the knees deeply, separate hop in front of your back. It'll lengthen on the in-breath, and then fold again as you exhale. Sink low and back into your chair now. Tossing on the inhale, the heat's already building. Breathe 2 hands to your heart as you exhale. Let's lift the chest on the in-breath, and then revolve right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. And I'm going to ask today that you firm the 2 palms together, and then send the breath along the spine, get longer, reaching. Breathing in. Breathing out. Stay here. Maybe you use your left hand to slide the right tricep down. Right hand to the earth, left fingertips straight up and towards the sky. Take a deeper inhale. Look down as you exhale, and we'll just fold completely. Just release the head. The shoulders relax. We'll do the second side now. Lengthen on your in-breath. Pull the chest forward. And then fold again as we exhale. And sink low and back with Katasana on the inhale. 2 hands of prayer as you exhale. Pull the chest up and then twist. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. And I always like to get in the habit of just sliding my left tricep down and take it a little bit of a deeper twist. Maybe for you, you find that you can extend the 2 arms. Breathing. Take a deeper inhale. And then let's fold together. Exhaling. All the breath out. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale and fold. Stay with me, sink back into the chair. Utkatasana, inhale. Good. And then press all the way to stand. Come really high into the ball mounds of 2 feet. In fact, squeeze the inner ankles together. And then into the toe squat. Let the hips sink back and towards the heels. And as you arrive, bring your hands down to your thighs. And press the thighs forward. And this may be plenty, or some of us will actually split the 2 knees apart and bring our hands down to the mat. Okay, so it's like a modified Malasana. If you want to get a little bit deeper, draw the forearms to the earth and hug the knees around the triceps. And keep reaching your chest forward, keep breathing. And those of us who want to play with the Bakasana, the true Bakasana, the crow pose, you'll slide your hands back slightly, lift your hips high enough so you can press your knees into your triceps. Maybe here's plenty, others, lean forward. Breathing. Picking the feet up, hug the inner ankles in for 3. Round the back, 2. And then just step or shoot it back lightly. Don't overthink it. Last 1. Inhale, pull the chest through. And then let's breathe the hips back. Downward facing dog. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Just step right foot forward in between the hands, bend the back heel flat. Come up just 1 breath. First warrior, nice and low. And then 2 hands to the earth. Step back plank. Lower chaturanga. Pull the chest through on the inhale. And then take your hips back. Downward facing, don't lift, just step. Left foot forward, back heel down. Come up strong. 2 legs reaching you up and towards the sky. And then 2 hands to the earth. Either skip the vinyasa or take it, moving with your breath lower. Inhale, the chest opens. And then exhale. Bring the hips back and just find the breath. So sometimes it will escape us, especially when we're building heat intensely as we are. Slowing it down. This might feel nice. Go ahead and just look forward. And step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And so it's like a deep lizard lunge, right? And don't worry about getting low into the shape for today. I'm just going to ask you really hug the right knee around the tricep. And then pull the chest forward. If you want to find a little bit more depth, you need to reach your arms forward. Just a few breaths here. And then walk your 2 hands back. And then just step back, downward facing dog. Breathing in. And out. We'll step now left foot forward to the outside of our left hand. And keep the right thigh really lifting up. Hug the left knee around the tricep. Keep the right chest reaching forward. Maybe you walk your 2 hands forward. And breath moving low into the shape. Hips just opening a little bit more with every breath. And then step back this time. Downward facing dog. Shoot forward into your plank on the inhale. And then let's lower together, chaturanga as the exhale. Up dog or cobra as the in-breath. And then let's breathe the hips back. Downward facing dog. And then how about single pigeon? Right knee behind the right wrist. And just take a moment to let the left knee drop. I like to keep the back toes curled under. This is a way to keep my pelvis more stabilized and neutral. And just breathing here. If you want to add the fold, you'll walk your hands just slightly forward. Just make sure to continue to tone your lowest belly and pull the chest through. If you're lowering your forearms down, I always find it really sweet to turn the palms open, just as a gesture of receptivity and to breath, to possibility. Take a deeper inhale. And as you exhale, walk your 2 hands back. Listen carefully. And keep the right knee as it is. Curl the left toes under. And then in one swift motion, right knee, right tricep. Yeah, right knee across to your left tricep. And then into your nose, rounding. And then step back. Downward facing dog. Good. Again, second side, single pigeon, left knee, left wrist. Just kind of settle in for a moment. Breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe you lower the forearms down. Just collecting the breath here. Aware of the low belly. Aware of its lift as it moves towards your spine, even now. Active in the shape. We'll walk our 2 hands back, and just like we did before, think one swift motion, curl the back toes under, pull, left knee, left tricep. Left knee, right tricep. Left knee to the nose, rounding, and then step back. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet about, 2, 3 feet in. Walk your hands towards your feet. Let's kind of get into that low toe squat. We'll play with a little bit of twisting work here. So just staying upright. Walk your hands over to your left. And we're not going to move into any arm balances. We're just simply going to breathe into both sides of the waist and feel the extension of breath along the sides of the body. Maybe you get a little bit deeper and play with bringing the hands up shoulder width apart. And if you're anything like me, that right knee will want to come forward. Let's just resist it back. Keep the breath moving. Slowing things down for a moment or two.
center. Take a moment, you'll feel the breath move into the right waist. And then we'll switch again, just walk your hands over now to the right, to the left if you did the opposite side. And just let the breath move evenly into two sides of the body, and see if you can get this feeling of extension, even through the sternum here, right? In this, what sometimes can feel like a very claustrophobic position, right? Can you keep the breath moving anyways? Take a deeper inhale. Walk our hands through center as we exhale, and then forward, and then just step back. Down, so just go ahead and clear it. Inhale, come forward into your plank really strong. We'll lower chaturanga as we exhale. Open the chest on your inhale. And then through plank. Downward facing dog. Is the exhale. See if you can put all these things together. Go ahead, look forward, and then step or fly in front of the mat. We'll lengthen on the inhale. And then fold as we exhale. Here we go. Sink low and deep. Utkatasana. Inhale. Breathe your hands to prayer. And then twist as you exhale. Right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. So again, left hand to the outside of the thigh. Get the tricep as low as you can onto the outer leg. Take another full breath in. Maybe open the arms. Leaning back. Another full breath out, spinning the chest. Look down as you exhale. We're going to come back through center. Inhale. Right into the second side. Hands so hard as you exhale. We lift and twist. Okay. So you can get a little bit deeper this time. Snuggle down. Reach the arms wide and broad. Take a deeper inhale. Come through center as you exhale. And then fold all the way down. Just take a moment or so, let the breath smooth itself out. Okay, here we go. Stay with me. Sink low and back. Utkatasana on the inhale. We're ready. And shift the weight into your left foot and cross. Right ankle just above your left thigh. And to feel the right outer hip hugging in, let's breathe our hands of prayer as we inhale, lengthen. Exhale, begin to twist. What I like to do is actually grab hold of my left foot and slide the right tricep, to my right foot, to the sole of the right foot. And maybe you stay here, opening the two arms. A really lovely twist, a beautiful hip opener. All right, some of us will actually move from here into the grasshopper, so you have to bend the bottom knee. Place two hands down. You're actually going to use your foot, your tricep as almost a stand. Stepping onto it, extend the left leg. Breathing. Big hip opener here. Last 3. 2. Good. Hug. Lift the lowest belly. And then 1. Let's come back slow. And then just make your way into the fold. Let your head drop. Good work, y'all. Slowing the breath. I think we should do the second side. Let's lengthen on the inhale. And then fold again as we exhale. Sink low and back into your chair. Utkatasana on the in-breath. Again, the weight will shift into the right foot. We'll pick the left ankle up. And breathe the hands to prayer, lifting your chest. And then prepare to twist. Right hand to your left foot. Bring the elbow, the left elbow, the tricep, to the sole of the left foot. So really get in there, right? You'll have to actually stand on the tricep itself. Either opening your arms and breathe. Or preparing for the grasshopper. Tread slowly, 2 hands down. Bend the bottom knee enough so you can place the hands not shoulder width apart. Think chaturanga arms, bend the elbows, and then maybe extend your right leg. Breathing. Sometimes you can look at the foot. Yeah, 3, 2, nice and strong. Lift the low belly, and then come back. So you can make it a pretty graceful transition. Graceful is a delicate term. And we fold. Whew. All right. Stay with me. Sink low and back chair. Utkatasana. Inhale. And just like we did, just press all the way to standing, high into the ball mounds and the feet grow tall. Bend the knees deeply. Come back into that toe squat. Split the knees apart. This time, 2 hands down. Last arm balance. Just even it out. Knees to the triceps. Here we go. Bakasana. Lift the heels up. 3, 5,
Some of us work the arms towards straight-ish. 4, 3, 2, and then just shoot it back lightly. 1. Inhale. And then take your hips back. Exhaling. Look forward, don't overthink it. Just ever hop all the way through to lying down on your back. Should be like a huge yay. Just take a moment. Hopefully you feel some heat like I did. Just to rest, to slow the breath down. Let's see if we can just counter the folding work that we've done. Even in this short practice, just making sure we're even. Just breathe the feet about hip distance apart. Just a few rounds of the bridge shape here. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. Lift your hips. And we're actually going to sweep our arms along the side and notice the fingers behind the low back. So press your palms in towards one another and lift your chest. See if you can keep the sense of the tailbone lengthening and the low belly lifting. The back of the skull long and even. We'll say for 3, 2. And then actually keep your hands interlaced, the fingers interlaced, just lower your hips down. It should be like a really nice first release here. If it feels like too much, of course you can undo it. Let's see if you can go back up again. So release the hands. And then let's come back up. Inhale. If you want to stay with bridge, you can. I'm going to invite those of us who want a little bit more opening today to reach the arms overhead, bring for the Urdhva Dhanurasana. Know that we haven't done a lot of back bending work, so just tread lightly. We have the shoulder opening though. So press up, breathing. You can even lift the heels up and you give a little bit more space. The head relaxed. Last 2. And then we'll lower down, crown, chin. Just take a moment or 2, settle. I think we should just do one more bridge or wheel. It's totally your choice as you're ready, which is now. We're going, last one. Soft. See if you can find space here. Breathing into the shape. We'll all take a deeper inhale, and then we'll release gently as we exhale. And let's bring in our knees into our chest right away. As you hug the knees in, just give yourself a nice squeeze. Keep the right knee drawing in, extend your left leg long. Let's breathe the right knee across our body to the left now. Really a nice twist to unwind all the twisting and all the work that we've done. It's been a lot. You can stay here. If you want to add a quad release, it may feel really sweet to grab hold of the inner edge of your bottom foot. If you want to add the hamstring of the right leg, you'll grab hold of the outer edge of the right foot. The left shoulder, reach to its left. I'll even turn the gaze over the right shoulder if it's possible when breathing. In fact, if you're anything like me, it may feel nice just to go ahead and close your eyes. Soften the breath. If you have the bottom foot, let's release it as well as the top. Just bring your right knee back through center. Have 2 knees hug in. And at your own pace, we'll switch. Just left knee, breathe it over to the right. Either grab hold, add in the quad stretch, the hamstring release the top leg. I always just get my right shoulder over a bit. Maybe you're the same. Just your head fall over your left shoulder. The eyes close, the breath softens. a deeper inhale. We'll release gently. Two knees hug into the chest. And then right into your happy baby. So bring your knees wide, hook onto the big toes. And maybe you extend one or two legs at a time, just reaching through the heels. If you're stretching the legs towards straight, I like to often just bring my hands underneath my outer thighs as support, or if you want a slightly different release, you can roll the inner thighs forward. Just get a different release into the inner opening of the leg. And then supporting the soles of the feet together. Last little Baddha Konasana here to release the hips. Knees wide. And then hugging your knees into your chest. Just one final squeeze. Wrap your arms around your shins. If you have a little bit more room, you can actually grab hold of the edges of your feet. Become really compact now. And we're taking a full breath in through your nose. And as we exhale, we'll just send everything long and into our Shavasana. So the legs reach forward, shoulders snuggle down the back, and I would take up as much space as you can. Just unfurling from the practice, really releasing completely here, as if all the twisting work that we've done, all the hip opening work that we've done, already, which it has, allowed any pent-up emotion or stress just to release, to free itself, so that at this stage of the practice, it's totally possible to completely let go. Practice a very full breath in through your nose now. And open your mouth and release it completely. Turn into your breath now in and out through your nose. Enjoying the sweetness of your practice. Resting completely here. Shav.